Regardless, now we are on the step. Alright, everybody, now that we're back, time for Shouko to die. That's the easiest way to explain it. She can hear all the destruction happening, and so she goes to the monitor to, activate it. And thus she sees the she sees the festum. The downside is with all the destruction, she's dumb and says, to stop destroying Kazuki's island. Regardless, all their stuff is being destroyed by the festum. They're trying to figure out what it wants though. Which turns out they want what's called the Valkyrie's Grotto. It's apparently interesting, but regardless, they need to somehow stop it. Apparently, luckily, Shouko's got her own solution, which is, unfortunately, to get into the Fafnir. Regardless, she runs into her mother, who tells her, to try and stop it. But apparently, yeah, no, that's not gonna work out. She's gotta fight the festum to protect Kazuki's island. She also knows the truth that, they were all made for piloting Fafnirs since before birth. She also knows that that's not her mother. Well, birth mother. So now, she's gonna let him fight. Regardless, she's gotten out. Siegfried's system's good. We're fighting. Alright, in order to unlock, the first step to unlock the Fafnir pilots is I gotta kill this thing with Shouko, which we'll be able to do with these. I do love those graphics they use for them. Yeah, random stabbing until the blade breaks. So yeah, with the synergetic code, they figure out who the pilot really is. And it's unfortunately Shouko. Unfortunately, she notices that she's not able to do anything, so she's gonna activate the ephemeral system. Luckily, if I hadn't done it correctly, a different theme would have played. One that was from the Fafnir series. So yeah, she's gonna use the ephemeral system to sacrifice herself. And unfortunately, this is where she dies. She flies all the way up and explodes with it. Everybody's sad while... yeah, they're all sad except for her. She points out how much Mark 6 actually costed. Yeah. He lost Shouko, so he's sad, but luckily we got the Daiku Mario on our side. So yeah. Regardless, Go sends Rue to go back, but of course she's not going back because the Daikumari is kind of damaged. So yeah. So now we're gonna fight. And apparently he's telling her to support the Fafnir at any time. That is sad though. Their only purpose is to pilot or die. Like, I do wonder about that. But regardless, let's get back into business. Yeah, let's get out of that sad music. Unfortunately, I can unlock. I just thought about that. Sorry for that little pause again. Basically, in order to unlock Ken and Blade Gainer, Rue in this stage doesn't have to attack Mimetic Beast. She can't. But unfortunately, that then goes straight into how should I explain it? Ah, sorry. Then it goes straight down to what I was needing, because unfortunately in 31, yeah, stage 31's a route split. A 3-way route split to be exact. And unfortunately I'm not aiming for the Bioterra, so I'm not going the Zoids route canonically. And I'm aiming for Fafnir and Sodity in them. So I gotta take the A route. So it doesn't even matter anymore. And with constant killings, can't give up from her sacrifice after Alkowski, so we gotta take them down. And then with that, we kill off this enemy. Dang, these guys hit like a truck. The downside though is the fact that once again you need the reliance upon water and other stuff. Personally, I still feel like this is like a Super Raw Wars game isn't trying to be a Fire Emblem game. And that's the... And that's severely damaged. Or they're all dead, never mind. Downside is the fact that it's got sad soundtrack playing as a default. And then he shoots and fires. I do like, I mean, they removed, if I remember correctly, they did remove that in UX, where aside from the first time it was used, they, yeah, aside from the first time it was used, they don't use the little tube anymore coming out with the gun. Which I guess does make sense because, unfortunately, this game only uses sprites, no voices or anything. Whereas if you saw in the original, yeah, it used Soshi's dad's voice and everything to get it through. Okay, I figured out what I should do. That's basically just weaken them all. That's my plan right now. Then he's dead. And wow, they actually attacked a sniper. And that's the last of them, just about. After this, we go straight through other things of them mourning her death and everything. Yeah, I just need something that can actually get out of this sad theme. That sad thing just kills morale. Since, you know, morale is a high thing you need in this society. And then that Jeep breaker. I want to try something real quick. Dang, it won't let you. Oh well. And they're done. And then we get attacked by a festum. Luckily, Mist defends it. Surprisingly, yeah, Mist did something good for once. He shielded him. And Sheldy takes the hit. See, apparently, it's kind of funny. Apparently, the guy in the relationship is supposed to be the one protecting, and she does not like gender roles. Which I gotta respect that. Luckily, it gets hit from an enemy unknown, which is right there. Festum that's so high up that they can't do anything about it. Regardless, it disappears. It apparently took Mrs. Yeah, it took his module to flight. So they managed to take them all back and we're good. Jesus, yeah, sorry. I was reading up, basically, Kazuki was kind of annoyed that, you know, Shouko's dead, and unfortunately Soshi read his thoughts. Because with the Siegfried system, they're merged into one right now. Regardless, they're wondering what's wrong with the festum. And they're hoping that it's going to be a way to gain ground. Apparently, she's saying for them to not really feel bad because, well, Shouko died doing what she wanted. Apparently we meet her little brother, not brother, sorry, Soshi's little sister. which is of course Tsubaki. Tsubaki then tells her to, well, they figure that it's not the same Tsubaki from G. Regardless, that's Soshi's little sister, and she's telling her to make up with Kazuki. So yeah, now we're finally heading back to Danner Base to meet up with the Archangel. That's the main plan, as well as to get Mist back. So yeah, apparently Sheldy is all worried about him, and based on the nurse, she's saying that he's good. He's just got some bumps and scrapes, and apparently he's been malnourished. So yeah, apparently with the malnutrition, she'll cook 3 meals a day for him, which is funny. Yeah, 3 meals a day, which he isn't really that excited or mad about. But apparently it's, yeah, someone's grieving in the next area. So yeah, it's because Shouko died, so yeah. Apparently, any further rest was futile with all the noise. Dang, Kazuki, you are ruthless. Apparently, they're trying to apologize. He says that they wouldn't understand what he's going through. Gil does point out that Soshi might be able to know. Regardless, Soshi being ruthless is of course saying that the whole promise with Shouko and Kazuki was kind of useless since it literally costed them an entire Fafnir. Then then Kazuki makes him wonder who was more important, Shouko or just a Fafnir. Apparently it's obvious. And here comes Yoji accusing Kazuki of letting Shouko die. He believes that she could have done something. They could have done something just to save him, but yeah, no. She already been throwing the switch by the time Kazuki got back to the island. Apparently, he won't ask to forgive him about Shouko, but to not let anybody else have anything, to not let it happen again in the future, basically. So yeah, Yoji's just pissed and is gonna run away, because Yoji is an idiot. Apparently, Go points out that a similar sacrifice, which was of course his girl at the time, Mira or whatever, sacrificed herself to end that threat. And that the Fafnir pilots are suffering the same thing. Apparently, Soshi tells him to, you know, not let his heart waver and to, like, don't forget about Shouko. Yeah, only that will happen to her to not fetter him for the future. Because apparently a Fafnir can be affected by that. Regardless, Daya kind of points out, well, Lee hopes that they're not, that Kazuki doesn't end up being some similar circumstance or any of that stuff. From such trauma, such as Van, for instance. So yeah. Apparently now we're wondering whether we should really leave the island, but apparently we're able to since they gave out some Fafnir tech to the military, which let them little bit repair their Mirage stuff. Apparently, even if the festum have the ability to learn, they're not gonna really find it. So now we're finally heading back to Danner Base, and in order to learn anything from the radio transmissions of the Archangel, we gotta get out of there. So yeah, now we're finally getting out of there, back to Danner Base. Ugh. Sorry this takes long, everybody. Apparently they're making up with each other. And she doesn't like the fact that, she asks him about how he likes humans killing each other. He does point out, like, with the whole Fafnir situation, all sort of stuff. Apparently, Mist likes Earth. He just doesn't like Earthlings killing Earthlings, which is why he does not want to go to where the Archangel is. Which makes sense in a sense, but yeah, no. Since basically it's guaranteed more Earthling war. In that sense, he's glad he teamed up with Sheldia on a more pleasant path. Which apparently that's not much of a compliment. Apparently she's been trying to get him to be back to his old way, the old Mist, and at least he's slowly getting there. Apparently she makes him promise to say sorry to everyone, as well as to attack his depression. Now they're talking about his little sister Lem. Lem was Shelly's little sister who was said to make their godstone lose its luster. Regardless, apparently, in Bazaar, before he got there, they killed. They were barbarians. And the Godstone was their main way of living. If the Godstone had died, they would have died. She does point out one thing. Would Mist be willing to kill if it means protecting her? And then she points out that, well, Mist says that, he doesn't pilot the Regulus for that. She then says, of course, that she's willing to kill for him. Besides, who besides Mist does she have left? She did lose her little sister after all and her home. Regardless, yeah, she'll kill anybody. He tries to cheer her up, doing the usual. And then he's hoping for the 3 square meals a day, if I remember correctly. Yeah, sorry, buddy. I have way too many things in my mind. So yeah, apparently these doubts about mankind are gone and all that other stuff. So yeah, basically the next one we'll choose is Angelica. Unfortunately, with the route splits, you gotta choose a designated girl, which is annoying. Regardless, that should be it for now. Sorry for the long dialogues and stuff. But regardless, we'll start going into the other route split real quick before we continue on with the story. Thank you all for watching. Until the next part, goodbye.